G'day, it's Pete here, and today I wanted to teach you how to play Pinochle. There are multiple variations, but the one I want to cover is a 4-player version that's played in partnerships. So to play this, you need 2 packs of playing cards, but what you want to do is just remove all the cards 8 or below. So you've got Ace, King, Queen, Jack, 10, 9. For Pinochle, the rank of the cards actually goes Ace, then 10, then King, Queen, Jack, 9. Each player gets dealt out 12 cards. Pinochle is played in 3 parts. There's the betting, the melds, and also the trick playing. So Pinochle is a trick and trump playing game, and also melds, which is sort of combinations of cards. So first of all, what is the betting? So here what you do is players take turns to bet what sort of partnership score they think that their side might get. The minimum bet is 250 points, and players take it in turns to choose do they want to increase it or pass there. Once you pass, you can't bet anymore, but the other players can. And once all 3 people have passed, then the betting is over. What you're actually betting for is you're getting to choose the trump suit, and you also get to trade 4 cards with your partner. So if you get to win, you can choose 4 cards that you want to pass over to your partner. They look at their hand, and then they get to pass 4 cards back. The next part of Pinochle is melds, or making combinations of cards. So you get certain score bonuses if you create different combinations of cards. So I'll bring up those. So these are the different melds that you can try and make. So you've got a royal flush where you've got Ace, 10, King, Queen, Jack. And for that, you'd actually score 150 points. And if you manage to get 2 of these, you would actually score 1,500 points. You've got what's called a trump marriage, which you score 40 points if you got 1 of them, or 80 points if you've got 2. You don't get the score for the royal flush, and the trump marriage you get 1 or the other. You also get 10 points for having the lowest trump. Any 9 you get 20 points if you've got both of them. If you've got an ace in each suit, so you've got 4 aces but all in different suits, you actually get what's called 100 aces, where you get 100 points for that, or 1,000 aces if you've got all 8 of the aces. For kings, you get 80 kings, so you need 4 kings in different suits for 80 points, or 800 points if you've got all of them. 60 queens, or 600 if you've got all 8 of them, and then 40 jacks, or 400 jacks. There's also a non-trump marriage. So outside of the trump suit, if you've got a king-queen pairing, you'll get 20 points, or 40 points if you've got 2 of those. And then finally, you got Pinochle, which is the meld of specifically the Queen of Spades and the Jack of Diamonds. And that will get you 40 points if you've got 1 of them, or 300 points if you've got all of them. So they're the different types of combinations that you're trying to get just in your hand. So in Pinochle, after you've done the betting, your goal is to look at what melds you've got, choose the trump suit, you trade the cards, and then all the players reveal what sort of melds they get and work out what scores they actually have. The next part of Pinochle is the card play. It's also a trick-taking game with a trump suit. And so for that, what happens is the person who won the auction gets to lead to the very first trick, and then each player has to follow suit to the card led that they have. If they don't follow suit, they can throw any card away that they want, but they won't be able to win. With a trick-taking card game, the highest card played gets to win the trick, and they will lead to the next one. If you can't follow suit, but you have the trump suit, you can play that, and the lowest trump, the 9 of trumps, will beat any other card, an ace of another suit. So the trump suit's the highest ranking suit. There's a few extra rules with Pinochle in the card play. Firstly, if a trump is led, you must play a higher trump if you can, even if your partner is currently winning. So if you can try to win it, you must. Also, if you can trump in, you must try and trump in. So if you can't follow suit, you can only discard a suit, a different suit, if you have no trumps left. You must trump in if possible. You don't need to under trump if someone else has already done that. And also, because there are equal cards, there's 2 aces, 2 tens, if both cards are identical that get played, it's the first one played that will win. So if I play an ace and then you play an ace, the first ace actually gets to win the trick. So that's how the card play works. And one important thing in the card play is what you actually get for winning tricks. So there is a trick score to go along with the meld score. And for this, anytime you win a trick, if that trick contains any aces, tens, or kings, you'll actually get 10 points per one of those that you actually get. There's also a bonus 10 points if you manage to win the last trick there. So that's your trick score. There's a total of 250 points available in that, and that's sort of why the minimum bet is 250 there. And then finally, I just wanted to touch on the scoring. The way that you actually win, you want to be the first partnership to 1,500 points. What you do is, at the end of the hand, you combine your meld score and your trick score, and you see what you actually got. If you're the ones that bid for the hand, you must have reached the minimum target that you bid for. You can go over it, that's fine. But if you don't get it, you'll actually lose the points that you bid for. If you go over your bid score, you get all the points that you're entitled to. You're not capped at what you actually bid for. If you're the side that's defending, you still get your trick score and your meld score even if you're defending. But if you get no tricks whatsoever, you haven't defended your meld and you'll get no points for the round. So you really want to get at least one trick or like 10 points in the trick score. Winning a trick isn't good enough. You need to win a trick with an ace, a 10, or a king in it to actually progress your score. Okay, so that's how you can play Pinochle. I'll just give a quick recap and then I'll actually show you a quick game of it. So 4 players played in partnerships. You're working with the person opposite you. It uses 2 packs of playing cards with aces through to 9s. The 8s and below are actually removed. The order of the card goes ace, 10, king, queen, jack, 9. It's in 3 parts. There's the betting, the melds, and the card play. The betting starts, people take it in turns to bet, going clockwise. The minimum bet's 250, and you have to increase it by an increment of 10 if you want to keep going. Once you pass, you're out. If you win the betting, you get to choose the trump suit, and you also get to trade 4 cards with your partner, and they trade 4 cards back to you. We've got the different melds, and I'll bring those back up here. We've got the run-in trumps or royal flush. We've got the trump marriage, the king-queen of that. We've got the lowest trump. We've got 4 aces of 4 different suits, kings of 4 different suits, queens of 4 different suits, jacks of 4 different suits. All of those, if you have double of those, get a really good score bonus. You have a non-trump marriage, which is king-queen, and then there's also Pinochle, the queen of spades, and the jack of diamonds, which scores really well. Then there's the card play. It's a trick-taking game. If trumps are led, you must play a higher trump if you can. If you can trump in when not following suit, you must trump in, even if your partner is actually winning it. You want to be winning tricks with aces, 10s, and kings in them. If an equal card is actually played, it is the first one played that wins. So that's how you can play Pinochle. Let's jump in and take a look at how a game actually goes. All right, so we'll jump in and take a look at a game. So here, my right-hand opponent was the dealer. Left of the dealer gets to start the bidding first. So I've got a relatively decent hand, and we'll start the bidding here. We'll push the opponents up a bit. I'll actually just try and win this. I probably wouldn't bid this high usually. But I want to illustrate what can happen. They're determined, very determined. All right, they chose clubs. I was going to show you how we pass cards and then build melds. Here, I'm going to get, we see their melds. They've got 4 different aces, so they get 100 points there, and a royal marriage. Here, I've got 2 common marriages. So 20 points a pop there. They've got 1 marriage and the 9 of trumps, so they get 30 points. And my partner's got 1 9 of clubs. So we've got a combined total of 50. Currently, they're on 170. They actually need to get 200 trick points. So here they've led. If I played the ace of spades, I was second to play, so we'll play low. And we just want to try and win tricks that have aces or aces, 10s, or kings in them. And my partner trumped in there. So my partner's got no more diamonds. They've now led a top club. So my partner's winning that. I don't think my heart will win. So I'll give them a trick there. And again, let's let this king of spades go. So my partner's winning some more tricks here. And I think we've actually potentially beaten them now. So we'll let go of hearts just so that they're not getting those tricks just yet, or those points. And I want to keep my 10 of diamonds because I think that's the highest diamond out if they've still got them. And we got it. So there we go. They didn't make it, so they lose 370 points. We did, so let's take a look at this. So I got 40 points in the meld. My partner got 10, and then we won 90 points from like aces, 10s, and kings. And we also got 10 points for the last trick. So we score 140. They lose 370. So they're minus 370. That's what they bid for, and they fell 40 points short. So it's got what their melds are here, how many aces, 10s, and kings they actually won. They scored 330 points, so just a little bit short, and we take an early lead. So that's how you can play Pinochle. It's first to 1500. Hope you enjoy this game. Thanks all for watching, and we'll see you next time.